Greeting comrades, I hope you all doing well. Today, as you can see, we have a bit experimental take on our video, as Twitch chat joined to enhance your experience. Anyway, straight to the point. I have played Tekken 8 last 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month ago, I don't really remember, or I don't know when this video gonna come up, and I want to share you my experience. You may know, or you may not know, but core audience of this YouTube channel have no idea about fighting games. So if you are FGC veteran, please feel free to use chapter links down in description below. And you may probably wonder, why MMO player like me is getting excited about some shitty fighting games? There is just two sweaty dudes slap each other on the face. Why would you be excited about that? There are two main factors that are shared between fighting games and MMO that really make me excited for this game. I love games that allow player expression. In MMO, you can be warrior, you can be wizard, you can be rogue. And on top of that you have skill tree. And on top of that you can have different sets or skill combinations. But for more broad understanding, let's give some game examples. Path of Exile. Souls games, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Elden Ring, Age of Empires. Those games give you colors and you paint your own picture. Shushu Picasso. Same here. 50 characters, 100 moves each. You can paint your own painting. Let's do some practical demonstration. Lily on the right will now perform some high heel attack, and me on the left as this white jacket MILF will show some available option to mitigate the attack. Next in the menu is Flex. Hell yeah. You remember when you get your rare title or super rare mount drop like Love Racket in World of Warcraft or some ultimate skin from Final Fantasy XIV? All the casual undies know you means business. Yeah, and it feels good. It feels like, yes, I spent bazillion hours, wasted my life, but I accomplished something. Hell yeah. Tekken. In Tekken.com, in form of execution, you do hard shit and you show people who is the boss. You practice one move or one sequence for 5,000 hours, then you go to online, you whoosh, 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 and people know, oh, these guys mean business. And it feels good. Here are some examples. Please be aware I have wooden hands and I am far from perfection. But enough of the rambling, let's go into some useful details. First, the system requirements, the technicality. The game visual improves tremendously over the last Tekken 7. You may go to YouTube and you may not see much difference, but when you see it in person, it's night and day. 300 years in the future. But unfortunately, it also costs system requirements. So if you have set 3060 Ti or the Radeon 6700 XT, 12GB RAM and some 6-core CPU, you are good to go. High ultra all the time, maybe high for 1440p, you know. 1080p easy ultra for 1440p, maybe high. Of course, if you have better card, there is not even question max out at BH. What else is important? That you should have stable cable connection. This game runs Omega trash on Wi-Fi. During closed beta test, we have experienced that the game is compiling shaders, and first half hour to an hour it completely lags like 15 frames per second, and then it works smoothly. I think they're gonna fix it for release, and there's gonna be no problem, but if you're gonna experience that, please have it in mind. For starters, let's drop some positives. Visually, audio-visual, amazing. Huge improvement. And that's about it. It feels like moving from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. Same game made by the same dude since Tekken 3. It feels like Tekken, it plays like Tekken, and the game is amazing. I'm not sure about the new mechanics, the new hit system, cheap damage. I didn't make my mind yet if they make the game better or worse. At its core, it's still the Tekken we love. And now more thing about the stuff I don't like. First, nerfing the defense. Korean backdash nerfed. Animation recovery nerfed. Recover way quicker. And it's disaster. And what is more disaster is I see comments online, oh, it's good that they nerf Korean backdash. Amazing, it make the game more accessible for the newcomers. Alright, and when you read that shit, you know the guy who write it is a moron. For people that don't know, Korean backdash is technique of cancelling the animation so you get away from him enemy quicker. When you watch high level of play of the Tekken, you see the characters like having seizure when they backing up like this is it. And what's the purpose of it? Basically, in this game, there is accumulation of 30 years of bullshit. This franchise have 30 years, and some characters have move lists and moves from back then 30 years ago, alright? So, you are getting knowledge check. So you have 50 characters, 100 move, 150 moves, some of them have 200 move list, you know. And now they knowledge check you. Oh, do you know this? Oh, you know this? You know this? Oh, maybe you know this. And you're getting destroyed and you're like, what the fuck is happening to me? What is this? What is this animation? Whoa. It takes years to get to know all of this shit. Alright, so we have Korean backdash, and if you dash out from the enemy, you neutralize half of his moveset. He just like swinging his hands and his legs, but he just attack the air. You are already fuck off. I'm away from here. Whoosh, backdash and boom, kill him. You know. So nerfing it means, okay, you can no longer escape these 200 moves. You need to learn it now. So this is the biggest downside for me, as I don't like to learn the characters that I don't play. Who the fuck cares about your character? I don't want to go to practice mode and look on your 150 bullshit moves and, okay, when you do this, I can do this, you know? This is tiring, this is not fun. Korean backdash is also hard to do, don't get me wrong. 300 or 400, some people need 1,000 hours to get it really good. But you get it once, and it works on all of your character, and you neutralize half of the enemy or 70% of the enemy move list, and you don't need to learn all of this shit. You just learn small portion. Okay, this move have long range. This move can catch me backdashing. Okay, I need to pay attention to that. All right. So that's easier. That is easier to progress to higher level. Now, all character buffed. Your backdash gone. Animation recover really quick, so you cannot like kill for someone to spam. The range of the moves also get improved. So really they want you, you know, no escape, close quarter. I don't like this direction of the game, you know. I think it's take a bit of its charm. But they improve sidestep, you know, but sidestep is not easy to do. To do sidesteps, You need to understand the core mechanic of the game. You cannot just randomly press it and it's gonna work. You need to know when to press it and how to use it. With backdash, you can spam it all the time. You are safe. And the final change I didn't like is nerfing the execution requirement, making the moves easier, making the characters easier to play in terms of pressing the buttons, okay? You don't need a complicated sequence anymore, you can do it easier. And this is presumably to get new players on board. And I completely disagree with that. It takes people practice this shit for 1,000 years and now you are taking their achievement away from them and it sucks. Second thing is execution and pressing the buttons is only layer of the cake. So let's say Tekken 7 is a cake with 20 layers, 20 different mechanics, 20 layers in the cake, okay? We will take now the execution layer from the cake. Okay, we have 19 layers of the cake, but we added a chip damage now in this version of the game, and we got out all of this heat system. So we add 2 layers of complexity. So Tekken 8 is actually more challenging and more demanding than Tekken 7. It have 21 layers of complexity, just as an example. So taking away execution and character identity, I think it's just, I don't know who asked for it. This is just, smoke screen. This is just for casual Andes that to trap them, okay? Oh, the game is easier, you can buy the game $70, boom. Chink chink. And when the Andy realize what the fuck is happening, then you when you realize after 50 to 100 hours how this game is complex and hard, it's like, oh my god. You realize, oof, that you are so shit, that you have a million of hours practice on front of you, and then you quit the game. But you already played for 50 hours. You cannot refund. So I take it as a cheap trick from the Bandai Namco. And speaking about beginner players. So on the surface, the game looks like kindergarten, everyone having fun. Then you enter, the door closed, and you realize, oh shit, I am in some cock and ball torture sexual maze. Anyway, if you are still interested, let's see some tier list, because everyone like tier list. Poof! This list probably made already lots of Tekken fans upset, but it is what it is. 1,000 hours. Your first 1,000 hours with the game, and this is how the character difficulty stacks, if you want to use them. Okay, so we're gonna go row by row, and I'm gonna give quick explanation. Last take 1 hour, so hopefully this time gonna be 10 minutes, or maybe 5. Anyway, so from the bottom tier, those characters are new. We don't know how they gonna play. The game gonna come out, we gonna know. This row is easy characters. Alright, you don't need to have much game plan, mash, unga bunga, enemy dice. So from the left, Alisa Boskonovich, Asuka Kazama, Claudio Serafino, Horang, Jack 8. How is the game? Lars. This is our femboy. What is her name? Leo, Leroy Smith, Panda, Kuma, Paul. Okay? Some people are already gonna be upset of some of these characters, but hey, this is not intermediate high level of play. The list completely changed. This is beginner, 500 to 1,000 hour player that just pick up the game and want to know what the fuck. Okay, medium is the characters that you need to actually know more or less what you're doing. Machine Festo do not gonna work. You need to have some plan. You need to go to the practice and look, okay, this move do this move do that. So they are a tier above this clown circus fest. This is, you need to have some kind of idea what you're doing, but still. You learn like 5 OP moves and to knowledge check all of the plebs and Andys that gonna probably start the game. Devil Jin, he is... you need to know what you're doing, plus you need to have fingers to do it. Okay? That's why he is hard. And those names: Byron, Jin Kazama, Sergei Dragunov, Feng Wei, Jun Kazama, King, Lo, Lily, Xiaoyu Xiaomi, Yoshimitsu, Raven, Shahin, Zafina. And we have Devil Jin, and top 3, those characters need, not only you need to know what to do, but you need to have practice for like 500 hours. Those guys, you press 1 button. Those guys, you press 2-3 buttons. Those guys, you practice 500 hours to do shit. Super hard for enthusiasts. Of course, you can play them on the, beginner level. You can play them really whatever. But if you want to get more from those characters to achieve their true potential, oh shit. Get ready to get your fingers kabooshed. So this is Kazuya Mishima, Lei Shabola, and Steve Fox. Those 3 are definitely the hardest characters that gonna be in Tekken 8 at the moment before DLC Fiesta. This is the situation I'm recording it. It's the September when I'm recording it, and this is what we know at the moment about the characters that we're gonna see. If there's something gonna change, if they're gonna change how the shit works, I'm gonna make new tier list and fix this one. So the game drops in January 26, 2014, so like 5 months from now, maybe 6. And let's see, you can pre-order it. If you are a new player and never played this game before, I recommend you get Tekken 7 for $5 on some bootleg website and check it if you're gonna like it, okay? There is no point spending $70 on the game that you may put into the toilet. But if you really don't want to look on this ancient cock from 2015, then yeah, the standard edition is what you want. All of this, you have the game that interests you. This is just, this is just some cosmetic cocks. I don't care about the cosmetics, If you care, just go to the website and look. Then if you are a Tekken fan like me, I think we go deluxe edition, because it have playable character 1 year pass. So basically it includes 4 characters DLC that gonna get released every year for this game. And historically, 1 character cost $6. So 6, 6, 12, 24. It's add up 69 plus 24, almost 99. So probably they're gonna cost the same. So if you're gonna play this game 100% like me and you're gonna enjoy it, poof, deluxe edition is where we go. And of course, no, it's not like you lost shit. You have basic edition and the character gonna come up new, the DLC $6 or 7, and you can have it, Or they're gonna be probably the package for like $15 or 20 that have all 4 in one, season pass edition. And I don't see any point of buying the Ultimate Edition. If you are a huge Tekken nerd, you go for the collector one. There is the collector box, but this is just some skins. Basically, they just copy the like lobby from Street Fighter that you meet together and you do shit. They copy-pasted and made like bootleg version of the Street Fighter 1, and this is skins for this mode. For casual, maybe you care. For actual gameplay experience and for getting good, you don't care, okay? So one more new to the game, Tekken 7 or this, want to be enthusiastic like me, want to play 100%, this one. Yeah, and that's about it. Except some, DLC shenanigans, they probably gonna release like 20 more characters. And you will have to, if you want to play them, you need to have pay $6 for them. The game do not have any battle pass, any pay to win, microtransaction bullshits are out of the game. Also, no one tries to use it as a vehicle to enforce some political views in you. There is not many games like that left, so if you give it a try, maybe you will enjoy it. I highly recommend it. Anyway, I hope my video was useful. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, my supporters that keep the channel going. And yeah, I wish everyone amazing day. See you next time. I almost forget. If you want to know more about the game and have any questions, comment below. I will gather them and maybe invite some Tekken Pro. We will interview him and ask him the question. If you are interested about the game, if you want to know more. And yeah, now that's it.